Yo. She didn't care for the Yeezys and the Jordans. Tired of the lies, pastors told over organs. Her father just passed, so her heart had a dent. She would struggle with her mother to come up with the rent. Pastor only wanted dollars, something make sense. Till she heard a little story that went something like this. What's your nationality? Come and get a flyer. Do you know we got a dark-skinned Messiah? The devil is deceitful and the white man is a liar. Now she wanna study just to get her knowledge higher. A few months passed and she ain't one with her mother. Since she started learning, they would argue with each other. My mother doesn't understand, I'm not in the code. She needs to respect my decisions as an adult. This is a nice place where nobody will hurt you. Everything's so pretty and we're all wearing purple. It's been a few months, she found a man of the Lord, one who's steady in the word, always sharpening his sword. Stimulates her mind so she never gets bored. Talks to her like a princess and never like a whore. Got her thinking that there's more than only getting the draws. He's such a gentleman, always opening doors. Took her on a date, paid for everything in the stores, from dinner to Michael Kors. He's like, have it, it's yours. She can't believe it, it's all but a dream. Everything is beautiful, all peaches and cream. She says to herself, I'm happy I joined this group. It makes me feel good, I finally found the truth. These other groups always talking about polygyny, but I found a real man who says he's only into me. What a nice place where nobody will hurt you. Everything's so pretty and we're all wearing purple. One night on their way home, she seen something she ain't like when she went through his phone. Is this why you said that it's hard to take care of me? You wasn't gonna say you got a whole family? I don't understand how you think this fair to me. I've been sharing you, but you ain't been sharing me. Why won't you answer me? But he's thinking carefully. He tried to calm her down, don't get hype. Couldn't diffuse the situation and they started to fight. He made a wrong turn, then a left and a right. Now they was in a wooded area with not much light. How did all this go wrong? It was such a good night. Said she's gonna tell the bishop out of anger and spite. He said it's not a good idea to cause me this much strife. He should have told the truth and every lie got a price. But if it comes down to my wife, it's gonna be your life. Good night. Where's he going with this shit? Just tonight, you belong to me. I'm from Home West, headquarters. Follow my captain's orders. Live in the land of pain and torture. No straw, but they want their mortar. Tell Trump, fuck borders. P.S. Prepare for slaughter. Never take their sons and daughters. Never give them Mars in return. Niggas never wanna learn. Till they laying in the urn. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. You got to burn. Even if I gotta go with it. So fuck it, is you with it? Niggas never feel froggy, they just wanna rip it. If I see a bad bitch, then I gotta rip it. Your lip looking like the Red Sea when I split it. Tell me why that flow so vicious. Every time he switches, beat a nigga ass like mama did with switches. You niggas look a real gay. Where are the bitches? I mean, where are the sisters? Better stay away from witches. That's a brouhaha. Love me as she brew, ya. White people he brew nah. If you didn't know, then you do nah. You belong to me. the same city as the Knickerbockers. Name ring bells from here to Yonkers. Or Nicaragua. You niggas too thirsty, you need some agua. I ain't talking FINA. When they kill my dog, I ain't hear shit from Peter. These niggas talk camp, but they really mean FEMA. Camp cut the I got more stripes than Adidas. If you ain't a bad bitch, then get the fuck off my penis. 1-2 step with a meat tree drip. Keep my circle tighter than my meat tree is. If I don't fuck with you, you a piece of shit. When I dip, you dip, we dip, we dip. That's the type of shit that I sing to my bitch. No 6ix9ine, we don't sing no snitch. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race. You belong to me. It's you, baby. One more time. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race, cause you belong to me. One more time for the ladies in the back, eh?
Check 1, 2, you hear me? 144 back again. Run it back, run it back. Yeah. 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 It's time to lead the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent. These niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you kick that bullshit to the left of it? Hey look, you can't deny this excellence. I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now I'm ready as I've ever been, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in, cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I gotta worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fickle, they false. Gotta be balls or end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah. Look, it's getting real official. Seeing how the bitches can cross you, and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, they peel a tissue. Them mothers weep, my brother's been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna cry it out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. And in my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. And I don't wanna see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I've been rolling with a Kai? Your little arms is too short to hot box with God. French is long, team strong with them, a gun, die would die. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked Nate to oppress Jake. No pressure makes diamonds I won't break on this crooked landscape. We gon' make some shake, so I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. While these crackers getting richer when we raise the crime rate, and they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state in every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like galosh. I trust the cracker when I miss that squash. You listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I blow so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and vibe. It's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion, nigga, I found God.
In my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. And in my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. And I don't wanna see no more. I've been taking too many days off. Now I'm on the move, trying to save y'all. Woke up to the news, it's a blaze. Wishing death to fake Jews like I'm Adolf. And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. More fire, more fire. More fire, more fire. More fire, more fire. I ain't get no sleep cause of y'all. I promise you that y'all won't get no sleep cause of me. When a nigga lick his plate, that's when dogs eat. Find me with my lost sheep, setting fire to the streets as I speak. For whatever man's soul shall he reap. And my people will soul like some fucking raw meat. What you thought that I would let that slide? Bitch, you owe me. And I want your ass in chains, cracker get below me. Same to the Arabs, the Africans, Chinese, and Jewish men. Not cause of your skin, but you played a hand in my demise. Got rich off our lives, we fill the world with lies. You preyed on the feeble minds, now you gotta pay the price. And you gon' pay with your life, because your forefathers gone. Make amends with your sins, it's gon' get worse if you don't. Woe to the wicked who think that this shit is all just a joke. Pray for my bruise up in Cali, cause it's up in smoke. Stole our identity, then you kept it all hidden. We didn't deserve the way you was dealing with us so differently. Didn't we have identity? Damn it, that's just a memory. But now we bout to double the ante through our defendants. Taking too many days off, now I'm on the move, trying to save y'all. Woke up to the news, it's a blaze. Wishing death to fake Jews like I'm Adolf. And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. More fire, more fire. More fire, more fire. More fire, more fire. More fire, more fire, all praise to the most higher. In the name of the most Messiah, I speak the truth, I ain't no liar. I can tell you a hope by your sweet words, and I don't like your true bitter, and it better bite you like Ventura, I'm on fire. I know, I sound like I'm losing it. I play to win, I'm nothing like these losing kids that rap about gangster shit. They know they never did. I keep it real, more authentic than average. I grew up with savages, been around the green where the cabbage is, but I never met a real nigga that's legit, cause a real nigga tell it how it really is. The Hebrew.
Drive, we're not playing tricks on you. NASA confirming at least 65 fireballs were seen across Florida skies just
More fire, more fire.
More fire, more fire, more fire, more fire, more fire. Shalom, Israel. Y'all know what it is and what it do. You understand? Another episode of Sharpen the Sword Radio. And I'm your host, Captain DeGargabar. And I got my main man on the ones and twos, Officer Cabal. Officer Cabal Qatar in the building. You understand? Holding it down. Let me see. He'll be right back, though. You know, he stepped out for a second. Had to go pay a water bill. You feel me? And we're going to get it in today. We're going to be going in on how slaves just love celebrating the 4th of July. They love celebrating Independence Day. When we as black people have no independence of our own in this place here. You know. Now, you can independently sin all you want. You can do that all day. They don't have a problem with you doing that. But they got a problem with you being a man. They got a problem with you being straight, being a heterosexual and not a homosexual. They got a problem with you not doing drugs. They got a problem with you not celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving and Independence Day. They have a problem with you, you understand, when you do those things. They have a problem with you when you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They got an issue with you when you do not do that. But when you do it, oh man, you're good to go. Guess what? You be a criminal, you do drugs, you're going to fill up their prison system. They love you for that. You understand? You can independently be a drug dealer all day. You can independently get high all day. You could do that. And as long as you do that, guess what? They know that we're going to be on the bottom and they're going to be on top. If you cannot see it by now, since 1969, the ISUPK has been telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that our oppressor, the people that is over us, they rule over us so viciously and so cruelly. Not like over us just looking out for us. You know, not just, I'm going to say, got us in slavery and just, you know, we're their slaves, but they don't mistreat us. Not that. Because they treat us in some of the most heinous and atrocious ways that you could think of. You understand? These individuals are extremely cruel to a nation of people who just wants to be left alone. That's all. You know, I've never seen anyone more harsh and more cruel than the so-called white man. For him to turn around and do the things that he does to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, not everybody, not nobody else. You know, you got Chinese people here that he hates, right? Your person he hates everybody. He only loves himself. But he got Chinese people that he hates here, right in America. And he does not do them the way I have yet to see a video to where a Chinese man was pulled over and he started talking and then the officer couldn't understand, and then the officer snatched him out of his car, slammed him up against the hood, beat him half to death. I have yet to see one of those videos. And I do have a brother that I grew up with, you understand, in the world, a partner of mine that turned around, and he's actually a cop, right? He's a cop out in the county, in St. Louis County. And he turned around and gave me a story. Me and him was talking about this same topic. And he gave me a story. He was like, "No, man, yeah, hey, we just did one the other day." Right? He turned around and we're comparing, you know what I'm saying, how innocent black people get pulled over and, you know, murdered, shot, all on film, all on, you know, your camera phones and the dash cams of the police cars and all of that. And I started off with saying what I'm saying now with the Chinese. I started with them. And he cut me off real quick. He said, "No, man." He said, "We just did one the other day." And I said, "What did you do?" He said, it was in Sam's, I believe. Sam's, the Chinese man had, you know how long Sam's line is. If anybody has a Sam's card, right, then you know how long Sam's lines can be. Okay? And Ching-Hua turned around and he cut a tremendously long line. And everybody was going off, you know. And like, hey, this guy just cut all the way to the front of the line. You know, when he got all these people back here, he got to get behind. So they called the police because the man refused to get out of the line, and then he refused to get out of the store. Of course, they sent brothers in there to handle the situation. All of the police officers were brothers, right? They were black. They go into the store. Ching-Hua ain't trying to hear them. They very nicely and politely, okay, Ching-Hua, come on. Bruce Lee, look, you cannot cut the line. You didn't go back to the back. They asked you to leave. Now we're asking you to leave. He didn't do it. So he put up a struggle. He turned around and assaulted one of the officers. He assaults one of the officers, and then they had to rough him up. And I had to explain to him. And a lot of our people in the world just cannot see. I'm like, brother, that is a totally different scenario. This guy assaults one of the officers. And then you had to bash his head up against the concrete because he attacked you. That's totally different from when you see our people on these camera phones doing absolutely nothing. I'm sure you've been, look, we grew up in the hood to where, hey, brothers was doing nothing, standing outside, and the police used to come and try to jack us up and hem us up all the time. So he must have forgot that he said. But he turned around, and that's not the same scenario. It's not the same case. He didn't turn around and go up to an innocent man and say, "What are you doing cutting this line?" And he did nothing wrong, and then he slammed his head up against the concrete. Like what they did at the same Sam's, they turned around. This is the exact same store here in St. Louis, right out in Maplewood. Okay, the Sam's out in Maplewood. A sister and her son was returning a TV that they had purchased. I forgot how big it was, about a 65, 70-inch TV. And it didn't work for whatever the reason. And the sister brought the TV back, got her receipt in her hand. got her receipt in her hand for the product. Everything is on the receipt. The SKU, the all of the product information. When you scan it, it tell you the box and the TV. It better match. The box better match the TV that's inside of the box, because if it doesn't, then guess what? You're trying to return something that you should not be returning. But this sister actually had the TV, the box, and the receipt all to go together, right? And they accused this sister of stealing the TV. And they called the police. They're standing there, first of all. They didn't run. They didn't try to leave. They wasn't, stop thief. They running around the store with the TV. They chasing them. The woman is standing there trying to explain to them, we did not steal this TV. Here's my receipt. They say, I'm going to call the police. She said, go ahead and call them. The sister says, go ahead and call them. And they're standing there waiting for the police. And the police, now the white police this time, they didn't call the black police like what they did for Chinhua. You understand? They called the white police to deal with the black people that's stealing out of Sam's, according to whoever just made the call. So they turn around, immediately run straight into the store and body slams the brother and start beating the hell out of him. All on Sam's cameras, all over, YouTube and everything else. And got this woman sitting here screaming that her son is thinking he's about to be murdered because he's getting attacked. At this point, the police are assaulting him. They're attacking him. And that's what I'm saying about us celebrating Independence Day when we don't even have any independence. This sister could not independently return her broken television that she paid for. She didn't steal it. She purchased the item, went home, it didn't work, and brought it back. That's how you do it. I do it all the time. Something don't work for me, man, I'm taking this damn thing right back to the stove. Okay? Not the store, to the stove. We got to take this back to the stove. All right? And I'm going to get my money back. I'm going to do the same thing she did. But here it is. Now, the brother was trying to compare how an interaction went with a Chinese man that actually assaulted the police. All brothers in the damn police, they're officers, and they get assaulted by the other nations of people. But then, like I said, it does not happen, when white people deal with the other nations of people. They don't have to body slam them. They don't do it. They turn around and deal with them accordingly. They approach them. Look, let me tell you something. America hates, what's his name, Kim Jong-un. They hate that man. They at war right now. You understand? With them people. And guess what? You still don't see the police running up in their Chinese restaurants. You don't see that happen. You don't see them getting pulled over as they're driving up and down the street. It does not happen. But when black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they just did another brother. This was, I believe, a month ago, to where there was a brother in California that turned around and got body slammed by the police. He's an Ishkarite. He was a so-called Mexican. Walking up the street. Police, for whatever the reason, said, hey, come here, you. And just started harassing him. Then they turned around to try to arrest him. Then they turned around to body slam him. And then they sit on this man's neck and his head, and they murder him the same way that they did George Floyd. Same exact way. And guess what? The activists must have went to sleep. Black Lives Matter must have been out of town. They must have been out of town when that happened. They must have been on vacation or something when that happened. Because no outcry. They didn't say anything. They didn't do anything. They didn't give a damn. Now, no march. No protest. No nothing. Just another dead brother at the hands of the people that oppress us every single day. That brother he couldn't independently walk up the street. As a matter of fact, damn. Michael Brown, let's go to him. Michael Brown could not independently cross the street. And he got murdered right in the middle of it. So sat outside, so bodies sat there so long. And that's even in the scripture where our dead bodies would lie in the streets. Not talking about nobody else, talking about us. He turned around, and this brother here was walking across the street. The cop tell him to get the fuck out the way. And then he says something back to the cop, and then the cop kills him. Murders him all because he said something back to him. When first of all, the cop was in the wrong. It says on the side of the cars that you're supposed to serve and protect the community. And guess what? Michael Brown was a part of that community, but he didn't get protected. He didn't get protected that day. He got served a bunch of bullets. That's what he got. He got served all right. He got served a bunch of slugs. And as a result of that brother is no longer here. Sandra Bland could not independently move from one city to another. She was moving from one city to another to better herself, her life. And she wanted to, make more money and go to school and do all these things. She wanted to go better herself. And she couldn't independently do that. Tamir Rice could not independently play on the playground as a child. They got this video of Tamir Rice playing with the gun. When white kids play with real guns, they play with real guns and murder their whole family. Murder the whole school. Everybody in it. Everybody in the school, they'll blow their brains out. Kids and all, teachers and everybody. Because they failed the test. But here this young man was playing with a toy, 12-year-old little boy. 12-year-old little boy playing with a toy. Boys like guns. When I was a kid, I loved the toys and the real ones. My daddy used to sit and let me play with all the real guns. And we used to sit and click, ta, 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 ta. Me and my little brothers used to love that Uzi. He'll bring that Uzi. He'll bring the Uzi and the Tech 9 out, and oh boy. You understand? And we turned around and got busy playing with the real guns. We playing cops and robbers. You okay? And guess what? Kids, like I said, they like guns. They love them. The toys, they love the real ones. But here, he couldn't independently play as a child in the park with a toy. With a toy, it's not like it was real. And the person that made the call had said, I believe, she said, it's a kid in the park. He has a gun, said, but I believe it's a toy. And of course, they ask you, what is it, an African American male? Is it a white male? Who? You understand? They ask you, who do you see? Whoever you calling on, whatever type of call it is. And of course, it's going to be all African American. And then they know who to send or who to dispatch and send them to the scene. The cops that got dispatched to the scene, of course, were white, both of them. And he jumped out. He did some old Dukes of Hazzard type stuff. Anybody know the Dukes of Hazzard? They turn around and they used to ride and do all kinds of things in them cars. They'd jump out of them while they rolling and every damn thing. That's why they called the jump out boys. You understand? Because they will jump out of the vehicles on your ass. And he jumped out of that car and murdered that child. How many times he hit Tamir Rice? 4? He shot Tamir Rice 4 times, right? I think
something like
that.
that.
I think it was 3 or 4 times. He jumped out of the car as if he was a criminal, as if they got a call about someone that just murdered somebody. But Tamir Rice couldn't independently play on the playground. What's my other guy? Eric Garner. He could not independently break up a fight. You understand? Why you sitting here celebrating Independence Day out?
Right.
Do you know the fireworks didn't stop until about 2, 3? That's like every morning since about a month ago. Since June 4th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The slaves start early, boy. Good night. And then they wonder why. First, they wonder why I don't have no money because of all of the goddamn drugs they love to smoke, right? If we would get away from the white man's damn drugs, his holidays, and his damn sin all together, man. Oh my God, we would be such a strong people. We would really have it going on. But here it is. You got thousands of dollars to spend on fireworks. But then after today, or food too, I forgot the barbecue.
God.
They barbecuing like crazy. I saw last month our people preparing for this day. I went in Saul's, right? Right up the street.
Okay.
And I saw they had the charcoal, 2 big buggies, brother and sister. You understand? 2 older slaves. Okay. Turned around and had the charcoal, the lighter fluid, and it looked like they bought every damn piece of pork in the store. It was nothing but pork chops all in the basket. I said,
right.
God damn. You understand? Pork chops everywhere. They finna get it in. They finna get it in today, man. You understand? And like I said, here you are. You don't even have any independence of your own, but you want to celebrate theirs. And that makes absolutely no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be celebrating Independence Day for the day when the white man fought for his independence against the British. Like, why? I mean, that's 2 family members arguing and fighting with each other, you know? And usually in the hood now, we stay out of family arguments, right? You understand? Even though your partner might be one of them that's fighting, that's family, man. That's 2 brothers. Leave it alone. You understand?
Right.
That's how that go in the hood. You would leave that alone. And that's what we need to stick to. We need them codes that we use on each other. We need to use them on the other nation's people.
Okay.
We need to leave their business alone, man. Let whatever they had an argument and fight about, and let them argue and fight. The same way you would do the Joneses or the Johnsons, you understand, or the Smiths. When you see them fighting in the hood, you leave them alone. Sometimes they try to break them up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because one of them is your partner. You know what I'm saying? And then there is your brother. You know, come on, man. Y'all don't need to be fighting. You'll try to do that. But in this case, you need to just leave them alone. Leave them be. Let them enjoy. Let them celebrate. Let them do whatever they are doing. Because guess what? We were slaves up under them both. The damn British and the Americans. What the hell are we celebrating?
Sure.
It ain't like we actually got free from the other one.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? By joining the other one. It didn't happen. The British wasn't promising us freedom. And guess what? The Americans, they sure enough didn't promise us no freedom either. Turn around and we got emancipated. We get Juneteenth. We get to celebrate the day to where they just changed over, you know what I'm saying, ownership. You understand? We got sold off like a title, a car title, right?
Good.
This owner used to have it and had it for so long and so many miles, and now I'm finna give it to you. That's how they did us. That's what being emancipated was. It was change of ownership. It's not like we actually got free coming from up under the British into the Americans and then got free from up under the Americans. It never happened. Go ahead, Doc.
That's a lot. You know, some of the British, that is one of the ways they tried to recruit some of the slaves was by saying, we'll give you freedom. Yeah, you just got to fight on our side. And we fought on their side, and then what happened? Oh, they just sent us to other plantations.
Mm-hmm.
They just sent us to plantations that wasn't on this continent.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they did.
God.
It's just, we're going to free you from this plantation. You go work on this plantation.
Exactly.
Like that.
That's it.
That's all it ever
That's
was.
all it was. That's all it ever was.
And you know, that's what kills me, right? Our people have fought in every single war this country has ever had.
God.
We have been the victims of every heinous crime ever in this country. When will you get it through your head? They will not love you. They will not accept you. There's nothing you can do to be equal with these oppressors? Why are we still celebrating their holidays? Why are we trying to be a part of them at all? We've done every single thing for them that you could possibly do, and it's still not enough for them to treat you like an equal.
Absolutely.
Like, what more is it going to take for them to show you how much they hate you?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's ridiculous, like you said, for us to keep on fighting to try to be one with these people, to try to join them, to try to, like celebrate like, why are we even celebrating it? It makes no sense. Like, for us to turn around and celebrate Independence Day, and that's the point that I'm making, is that we are not independent. We are not free here. Let's say you independently to do whatever drug you would like. You can smoke their weed, you can smoke their crack, and lose all your damn teeth. You understand? Sisters is free to smoke weed and have sex with cats for blunts and whatever else they do. You free to smoke that crack and sell your body. Oh my God! One day, I turned around and seen a sister, man, when I was coming to class one night, and they had the ambulance had us trying to get the sister under control. She was so damn high, right? She had stripped damn near naked. Turned around and was, now I can't say dancing, but just, how they, she just losing her mind. She just all over the place, bent over backwards, rolling forward, about to hit her head against the damn dumps. It was sad to see that. You know what I mean? Like, you can independently do that.
Okay.
She can independently go to the crack house. Matter of fact, I drove past so many crack houses with the American flag on them today. The crack house got the American flag on it.
Yeah. So,
like, go ahead, bro.
Right next to that red, black, and green flag.
And come on, right next to that one too. And they had it up on where they did the Juneteenth event at here, right?
Okay.
The Juneteenth / Black Wall Street event. They doing it under the name of damn Africa. You understand? When Black Wall Street had nothing to do with Africans.
Right.
It was our people. It was us.
Okay.
They turned around and had Black Wall Street popping. That's where you got the White Wall Street from. You know what I'm saying? From us. Okay? Like, our communities was off the chain. But they turned around in, man, what is it? Goodfellow and from Skinker up to Hamilton. Right?
Okay.
Do you realize how much crack and heroin is over there?
Oh, God.
You know how much weed is? You know how many bodies get found over there?
Oh, God.
Come on now. And they put the African flag. So, and that's the same area I'm talking about, where now the crack houses have the American flags on them.
God.
Like, how ridiculous, man. Go ahead, brother.
Salakia. Like, the complete and total irony that the people just did not get. They were having a Black Wall Street celebration in the middle of a dilapidated area.
Come on.
The buildings was falling in. All the buildings was abandoned. There wasn't no businesses over there. That's why nobody cared that they had it right there, because it wasn't stopping anybody's business. Because that's all where people do their drugs. They hide bodies. Like, it's all broken down, busted down buildings. Every one of them.
God.
Like, but you having a Black Wall Street celebration in this. And, I think the Most High that they did, because it made it so much easier to explain to our people what integration and joining with these other nations have done to us. Yeah, we here celebrating Black Wall Street when we did it by ourselves. And look around what integration has gotten us. Like,
God, absolutely. Like, we still don't get it.
God.
We still don't understand that we should have never joined these people, man.
God.
Like, I can't imagine how, since the ISUPK has been bringing out all of the information that we've been bringing out, how are you still stuck? That was a no-brainer to me. Once I turned around and was taught the truth and was shown different things, such as Black Wall Street, right? Something that I never knew about, right? Because, hell, I was doing my thing in the world anyway.
Right.
You understand? Did not care about nothing that was happening to any of our people or had happened, right? And I turned around, and once that got broken down to me about how, look, we had it going on at one point. Our communities was like this. The only thing that we missing, that we was missing then, that we missing now, is that the Most High, we do not keep his laws. That's the only thing. It's the only reason why they were able, and that made sense. I remember when was it Commander General or General Hyman? I can't remember. It may have been both of them. But that's the reason why they were able to do us the way that they did.
God.
It's because we don't keep the laws.
Right.
So it would make sense that if you don't want these people oppressing you, if you don't want them murdering your sons and your daughters, if you don't want them putting you in prison, if you don't want them making whores out of our women, oh my God, that is the end thing. I keep explaining to sisters, I got to tell them, hey, you need to cover up. You know what I'm saying? We don't dress like that in here. In here, you got to cover up. Now, you ain't got to wear a dress every day. We ain't on that fake Israelite mess. You understand? You don't have to wear a dress 24/7 and have your head wrapped 24/7. But you do have to cover up.
Right.
And be decent. We know you is as thick as all outdoors, okay? And so it's possible to completely hide everything you working with, them dunks and them cybermelons
Right.
and them hips. You understand? It's hard to hide those things.
Damn right.
You understand? It is hard to hide them, but you ain't got to have them sticking out every, you know, that all the crack of everything showing. So I explained to sisters, I'm like, do y'all remember like when the white woman was out prostituting, right? And how she was dressing, and how she would wear them fishnets and them high heels and the mini skirts. You understand? And them little tops and all that, because she was out selling ass. Like, don't you see that she stopped? I said, you see she stopped that, right? And it was like, well, yeah. I said, who doing it now? Like, well, damn, black women. Okay, you don't see that was the goal, to get you to follow that. First, they got you broke up with your man back then, right? During the feminist movement. You broke up with your damn man, left him, so now there's nobody to tell you right from wrong. Now it's just do whatever you feel in your heart and in your mind. You grown, that's your body, and you wear what you want to wear and do all this kind of nonsense because you thought that was cute. You understand? And then now here you, boy, it's hard as hell to get a sister to cover up now, man. You know what I mean? And they do not understand that that's warfare. And had our people been in the truth, like what we are now, had they have been in the truth then, and they would have been able to see, nah, that ain't good. You know what I mean? They would have never failed for Martin Luther King. And that's another thing, man. I know I'm running on because I got so much going through my head right now. It's just ridiculous. You understand? I even hate these times because I forget about holidays all up until the damn thing comes. You know what I'm saying? I forget about how beautiful life is without the holidays. I turned and I had to remember, oh, damn. As soon as I heard the damn fireworks. As soon as I heard the fireworks. You understand? My little princess woke me up one night, told me, Daddy, I heard some noise. It sounded like a gun. It's early in the goddamn morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
man.
God.
Waking my baby up with some goddamn fireworks. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Daddy, I had to protect my baby. I had to show her. I said, okay, baby, I got you. Come on, go with me. I had to get one of those. You understand? Whichever one she was satisfied with. Walking around the house. We good, baby. It's all right. You okay? She was like, kind of my God. You go back to sleep. Kind of my God. She went back to bed. You understand? I had to make sure my baby was safe.
Right.
Okay. So y'all get the point. But just saying, man, I forgot all about. I forget about it. I hate my birthday because Facebook reminds me. It shows me. Look, I forget about. I don't even remember when my birthday is. Up until Facebook, I go on Facebook on that day and the damn thing say, "Oh, you got birthday." You understand? Your day is today. Hey, oh my God, I hate it. Okay, but like I said, man, I forget all about these days, and I feel good when our people is not celebrating. You understand? Because guess what? Those times when we not celebrate, that should be a little time for you to wake the hell up and say, you know what? Because you're up under his spell at that moment. You understand? You really up under his spell. The spell done went like 1,000 times. You understand? You are under the spell times 1,000 on the holiday because you got the red, white. I seen them out. I saw red, white, and blue yesterday. Okay. I've been seeing red, white, and blue all week, not just on today.
God.
You hear me? But you know, everybody is in a best red and they white and they blue. Oh my God. To reverence this day that America was free from the British. And that is disgusting, man. This is something that our people should not even be celebrating. We should not even be thinking about celebrating no such holiday.
Damn right.
Okay? Especially since we have no independence of our own.
Right.
You understand? None of our own. But I'm let's get to some of them articles out. Because I just jumped right on into the topic. I wanted to do the articles first. You hear me? Give me that one about the COVID and the mask.
World Health Organization urges fully vaccinated people to continue to wear masks as Delta COVID variant spreads.
Okay, stop right there. I want to say, what was it, a week or two, about 2 weeks ago, right? They just said that, guess what, we made it. It's over. They turned around and hey, you can take off, go back, and look, you can find articles where it say, now you can go back to a normal life without masks. Okay? They said, hey, you got vaccinated, good, you know what, take the mask off, walk in the pub, no more 6 feet, give everybody a hug and a kiss, let them sneeze on you and blow smoke in your face. Just go around everybody. You're fine. And now they said to put the mask, but 2 weeks later, 2 whole weeks later, like good night. Okay? Good goddamn night. They said 2 weeks after they just pulled everything down. Well, they didn't do it everywhere. You said, I can't say that. But the majority of these cities they dropped their mandates and they said, you know what? No more masks. You've been vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? You got a big V on your chest. You understand? Now, hey, you've been vaccinated. Go out into the world and eat and shop and do everything. And now, read that article, brother. Keep reading.
Sounds good. The World Health Organization on Friday urged fully vaccinated people to continue wearing masks, social distance, and practice other COVID-19 pandemic safety measures.
Hey, get back to it. Get back to what you was doing. You understand? Stay in the house. You understand? Stay in the house. Don't come outside. Don't be around nobody. Parties, less than 10 people. Okay? Can't be no more than 10 people together. Man, you know how many folks had got fined and arrested for them parties that were doing during the pandemic?
Okay.
Oh, my God. They turned around and was locking up a lot of people behind having parties. And they wasn't tell you how many folks that actually got their COVID from the parties either.
Right.
Man, that was ridiculous. I mean, they especially around Thanksgiving and New Year's, all the people that got infected with the COVID-19. Go ahead.
The super spreader events.
They who?
The super spreader events.
Super spreader event, yeah. That's just what they call it. Damn right. Super spreader. Yeah, because everybody was coming together. Families was coming on over and eat. Eat turkey and dressing. And you can't see that God is against these American holidays.
Okay.
You can't see that. Wait a minute. Christmas is supposed to be about him, right? Christmas is supposed to be about the birth of Jesus. And you know how many people died on Jesus' birthday? COVID-19 and got COVID-19 on his birthday? You know how many people turn around, they say Thanksgiving is the day to be thankful to God for the things that he had given you. Mm-hmm. And then guess what? Look how many people got sick and died. Look, soon as I went to one of my contracts, it was the first thing a brother had told me was, man, my mama died, man, of COVID-19. On Thanksgiving. On that day. And you know what I'm saying? And I said, damn. Yeah. I said, here it is. But they said you could take the mask off. You take them off, man. Live your life. You know, now they say, hey, wait. Put them damn masks back out. Because that new one, we spreading rapidly. Go ahead, bro.
As the highly contagious
The
highly contagious.
The what?
Highly contagious.
The highly contagious COVID-19. Keep going, bro.
Delta variant spreads rapidly across the globe.
Spreading rapidly across the globe. Okay, not just in China, not just in America, not just in India, all over the globe,
Right.
spreading rapidly. Now they ain't made no fuss about this. I ain't heard no press about putting the mask back on. I haven't been hearing nothing about this.
Okay.
This been quiet. Because guess what? He don't want you to get scared again and go back into a hole and then turn around and you don't want to go work. You don't want to go shop. That money got to keep going around. That money got to keep going around. Boy, Donald Trump had, what he had, 3 days of the COVID-19. He said, man, the hell with that. Go back to work. Open it back up. You understand? And what are you doing at home? You understand? He did us like the Egyptians, man. You understand? And that just goes to show you how these people really are and how they really feel about us, because we during a damn national disaster, you understand? To where nobody has any control over this.
Okay.
Right? What they call it in the insurance, when they don't want to pay you, they say act of nature. Right? This is an act of nature. So you just lost your house, right? You just lost your car. You understand? Ain't nothing we can do about that to insure and cover you. So they turn around and because of a damn act of nature, right? They turn around and want you to go back to work. They don't even have the time to sit. And they claim they ain't have no money to pay you more on your minimum wage.
Right.
We've been getting the same minimum wage for 20 years? How long was it before it then went up a quarter out?
Oh, it had to be longer than that.
Yeah, I think it was longer than that. Yeah, it took more than 20 years for it to go up a goddamn quarter. And they said, no, we can't pay you no more than what you're getting. But now they got food stamps everywhere. Brothers couldn't even get food stamps.
God.
You had to say you homeless in order to get a book of food stamps to feed yourself.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead, bro.
That's a lot. They said about them not raising that minimum wage. They I was reading an article. They said if the minimum wage had kept up with inflation like it had done, if it had done that continually since like the 70s or whatever, minimum wage would be around $25 an hour now.
Exactly.
Because that's what it costs to live anywhere.
That's what it costs to live here in this place. So why is the minimum wage $8.50? What was it, $8.50? $8.75? Something like that.
You got up to that.
It went up a little bit once all you weed heads signed the bill to push the weed, and now they promising you a little raise, so they went up a little bit. They claim because of them signing that bill and a petition to get the weed out there, every junkie in the world turn around with smoking. Look, I tried to go undercover, right? That organization that was up on Kings Highway, right in the Sears building.
Okay.
They was pushing that bill, right? That petition for everybody to sign to legalize the weed. And I was going to ask them some questions, right? And ask them why were they pushing that nonsense. And I could smell why, you know what I'm saying, before I even went in the door. And then I guess they knew that like, no, we don't want him in here. You hear me? I got Shield of David on. You understand? I got ISBK gear everywhere on me. You understand? Shirt. You understand? Tatted across my back. I'm just kidding. I ain't got no ISBK tattoos on me nowhere for they be lying and talking about. See, they still get tattoos. Cap said he got ISBK across his back. I'm just kidding. But y'all get the metaphor, right? You understand? I'm branded. You understand? With this UPK-ish. Okay? And they turned around. It was like, hold on 1 second. They stopped me at the door. Then they came back and said, oh, well, right now we're not letting nobody else in. So they turned around and told me I couldn't come in. You know? So, but I was going to seriously ask them some questions. I wanted to know why were they pushing that nonsense. You understand? For us to get worse off than what we are. They don't understand that by you having that weed card, it comes with so many. Like you can't even own a gun And say, for instance, one day, not even revolving around any weed. Say, for instance, you got somebody just trying to attack you for whatever the reason. And you got to defend your life, and it's with a gun. That's the only thing you got.
Right.
You're going to jail, whether you're
Yeah.
innocent or not, because you are a damn junkie and you got a weed card and you're not supposed to have that pistol. You're not supposed to have that gun. Now, I would rather be able to protect me and my family, my brothers and my sisters, and our children all day long versus me smoking a goddamn blunt, me getting high.
Damn right.
If it was alcohol, I don't drink a whole lot of alcohol, but I like to sip when I do. And guess what? If I couldn't have no drink, I'd do that for my people. You understand? If the thing was alcohol and they was trying to force that on our community and all of that, man, I would drink no more alcohol, but just so I can have that pistol. You understand? Because me preserving our lives is more important to me than, my habit. You understand? Or any habit, But that's just me. You understand? That's how I feel. But yeah, I tried to get in there, and they told me they wasn't accepting nobody else at that moment. First, the doors was open, like church. How church say the doors of the church are now open, and them dummies actually open their doors, and people actually turn around and look and see who the hell is going to come in there. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I used to sit in church and everybody would do that. I said, Grandma, who finna come in here? Who heard you other than the people sitting in here? The doors of the church is now open. And they used to open them doors and people would clap and all that nonsense like they really was doing something. I mean, man, these holidays, these religions, they really got us tore up, boy.
Right.
What's the old saying, tore up from the floor up? Well, we tore up completely. That's what that means. Tore up from the floor up means you are completely jacked up. You understand? And we are tore up from the floor up. And it shows in every single thing that we do, especially in celebrating these holidays. But go ahead, read a little more of that article.
People cannot feel safe just because they had 2 doses. They still need to protect themselves. Dr. Mariangel Samoa, World Health Organization Assistant Director General for Access to Medicines and Health Products, said during a news briefing from the agency's Geneva headquarters, the vaccine alone won't stop community transmission.
The what?
The vaccine alone won't stop community transmission.
Read it one more time, brother.
Vaccine alone won't stop community transmission.
Yeah, that mean the vaccine don't work. That mean it don't work. If the community, you understand, you ain't immune to it just because you got the damn vaccine. And now they claim, it came up with an article saying that the Johnson & Johnson version, they say it works against the damn variant. But no, it don't either. It's not going to hit. If they saying that you getting that vaccination is not going to help our community, that's everybody hanging around each other. All of the families, all the friends, all the people, all the neighbors coming together, you understand, hanging out, talking to each other, coughing and farting on one another. That means that you can still get COVID-19.
Right.
You can still get it.
So
Go ahead, Ward.
I'm about to say, I know a lady who got the vaccine and still got COVID-19 twice after getting both shots.
Good night. And she had 2 shots.
And
got COVID-19 twice. Absolutely. It's just, man, you're just not safe. Okay? You better trust in the Most High, man.
Damn right.
That's what you better do. Instead of running to get shot, hoping that WHO and the CDC got the answer for you, you better come in here. This is the vaccine in here. You can get vaccinated in the ISUPK, and it will work. You understand? If you would only sit in that chair. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen a kid trying to get a shot? How they running and crying? Mothers and fathers got to hold them like this. You got to hold that baby down. Damn, they got to choke hold them. You hear me? Get them the beast because they do not want that shot. Well, they like, And then the doctor ain't got no choice but to grab that little arm once you lock the rest of their hands and feet down and then poke them with it. You understand? Hey, that's what it's like you understand, forcing our people to come take a seat in these classes is that they, they find something to disagree with. But you don't disagree with the white man murdering us every single day. You don't disagree with the crack and the weed in the neighborhood every day. You don't disagree with that, either. To each his own. Ain't that what they say? To each his own, man. Ain't nobody put no gun in your head, make you smoke no weed, make you smoke no crack. To each his own. You don't disagree with nothing that's going on in this world other than what we teach. Now, we so damn wrong. When the pastor has been molested, your kid molested you as a child. Pastor molested you, molested your family. Everybody know about it. But you don't disagree with that. You kept going to his church. As a child and as an adult. As an adult, I've seen people that have had claims of pastors, and this is in real life and on the articles that we bring out.
Okay.
A lot of the articles, they have the people still going to these churches. Like, how could you? I know a brother that turned around, and his wife was cheating with the pastor. And he dropped her, but kept going to the church. Like, what kind of sense did that make? You gonna drop the woman like what he should have. You understand? Because guess what? A whore ain't worth being with. If that woman was sleeping with any man, then hey, the hell with her. You understand? If she giving another man any kind of intimacy, the hell with her. Because she's not supposed to. But to keep going to the church? I'm like, wait, whoa. You understand? I had one of them moments. I had scratched my head. I had scratched my damn crown. I wait, whoa. What I just heard? Well, he's still at the church, man.
Okay.
He's still at the church listening to the goddamn pastor, man.
Okay.
You understand? Which is ridiculous. Hold on 1 second. We got General Kathar online. Shalom, General. Yabashim Shema Kathar. Constant. We back. You understand? That was General Thumb in the building. You understand? Like I said, where we at? What was we talking about? We talking about the brother that was going to the church. I'm telling you, I know so many stories like that. We used to stay in Pine Line, right? And that church right on the corner I think that's Pine Grove and Natural Bridge. I think that's the street we stayed on.
So like right off of Kinley? Right over there off of Kinley?
It's wait a minute. It's over a couple of blocks. Not too far from it's just a couple of blocks up. On the right.
home of the St. Louis
St. Louis Prophet,
Kind of
yeah.
guy.
That dude, if that's the same pastor, I believe it is. That's all I used to hear. You understand? That's all I used to hear was how he was molesting children back and forth in that church. And guess what? They still go to that church.
Kind of guy.
They still there, man. Like, come on. You understand? Ridiculous. But go ahead. I'll finish the article. Let's get to the next one.
Kind of. People need to continue to use masks consistently, be in ventilated spaces, hand hygiene, and the physical distance, avoid crowding. This still needs, this still continues to be extremely important, even if you're vaccinated, when you have a community transmission going on.
Good night. And jump to the cases. How many cases it is a day? The new ones, or the new variant.
Okay. The number of new infections in the U.S. has held steady over the last week at an average of 11,659 new cases per day.
That's every day, huh? That's a lot. There are 12,000 new cases of this new variant every single day. Like, come on. They don't get it, huh? They don't get it, man. This is the Lord doing this. The Lord is the one that sends diseases and plagues. And this place is a disease and is a plague. Right. So I'm not even surprised that now it's catching one. You understand? I'm not even surprised at this place here. Because it has been a disease and a plague and a cancer and a virus to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians ever since we've been over it.
Right.
You understand? Ever since they done put us in captivity, it's been nothing but plague and literal plagues too. Literal diseases too. We've been catching left and right behind them. And the biggest disease of them all is Christianity. That's the biggest one of them all is that disease. We can't, I'm telling you, the only damn thing that will cure that is the ISUPK. That's the only cure for the Christian virus.
Right.
That Christian virus, you got to come here in order to, you got to get shot in the arm with some of this truth. That's the only thing that's going to cure that. Other than that, you done. Whichever way you go out there in the world, you still going to turn back and go Christian. You're still going to return and go Christian.
Hammer.
And guess what? You better make your way here to the ISUPK and get this vaccine. When we say that, people probably thinking that we really got vials and needles and you understand and serum and all kinds of stuff. They probably they vaccinating people in the ISUPK. Don't go over there. The vaccine is mark of the beast. Oh, they kill you with that.
Right.
They so scared of the damn mark of the beast. Don't even know they already got it. They don't even know that our people already got the damn mark of the beast.
Right.
That's not nothing that was going to happen at one point of time and you turn around and then we already got it. We already got it. I'm going to show you a video. Go to the next article where the officer abandoned the black woman being threatened with a gun.
Okay.
Go to that. Read that one. I'm going to find this. I'm going to show you where our people need to get the vaccination and why. And they to where this disease that I'm speaking about that we got, we're gonna turn around, and that's gonna be the death of us. All right, but go ahead, start reading this while I pull up this video.
Okay. Video of a Chicago police officer abandoning a woman who was being threatened by a man with a gun in South Shore last week is raising a lot of questions. In a video posted online and first reported by CBS 2 Chicago, a Chicago police officer is seen responding to a domestic violence call at an apartment building. A woman dressed in a pink robe and slippers is talking to the officer in the video for 59 seconds. Moments later, the officer can be heard talking with an individual inside the apartment as the woman stands directly behind the officer to shield herself from the man. When the man emerges with a gun, the officer flees, leaving the woman to fend for herself.
Keep going. Or is it? Hold on, one second. I keep clicking this damn thing. Hold on.
It's like keep going.
Go ahead.
The June 21st incident happened at 6:10 a.m. according to the timestamp on the video. Chicago Police Dispatch shows a call in the 6900 block of South Oglesby in South Shore community about the same time. There was also a SWAT team response to that same address in the police department's 3rd district, in which a suspect was taken into custody after an undetermined amount of time without incident. The officer is giving the man oral commands. It tells him twice, "You're not in trouble," as they talk to each other through a partially open door. Seconds later, the officer sees the man with a gun inside the apartment, and the officer moves from in front of the door to the top of the steps, top of the steps of a stairwell nearby. He tells the offender, "Hey, my man, do not do that, my man," as the officer goes one way behind a wall on top of a stairwell, and the woman he was shielding gets confused and goes in another direction. The offender briefly closes the apartment door, but emerges seconds later with a gun in hand as the officer is still on the top stair, and the woman is now moved a few feet away into an open adjacent hallway.
That sounds like a mess, man. You understand? Like this is who we think is going to protect us. We think they are going to protect us, huh? You understand? When no, they're not. Go ahead.
So like they always say they afraid for their life. They the scariest people on the earth.
Come on.
So how they gonna protect anything?
Anything or anyone? How? How are they going to do any of that? When, like you said, they're constant. Every black person that they murder, innocent brother and sister that they murder, it's always, "I was in fear for my life. I was scared.
Okay.
I was scared for my life." And they always get away with it, with them being so-called scared of us. When damn, if you scared, why you ain't run?
Right.
You ain't run if you was scared. Why you ain't drop your flapjack, your billy club, your gun and badge and everything else and get out of Dodge? Why you didn't do that? If you were so goddamn scared. Don't be looking like they scared on them videos.
Right.
Don't look like they scared at all. But let me show you this video right here, to where this is the virus that Christianity. This is the level of toxicity. You understand? In Christianity. Oh, hold on one second. I muted this thing. Take it off mute. All right.
I took exception. I had vocab Malone on the show. You jumped on. Yeah. And my thing was, why is it cool for him to critique what we do?
I love vocab Malone.
I don't care. I like him a lot.
Do you hear him? That's Christianity. I love vocab Malone.
Sure.
Now this cat, Lex Vortex. I forgot what he calls himself. He's a Christian. What do you call it?
Salakia.
Famous?
Nimrod is Lex Vortex.
Yeah, kind of. What do he call himself? He's a Christian. Like theorist or something. What do you call this? You know?
Like a theologian.
No, not theologian. He's something else. I can't remember what he calls it. He calls himself something else. He's another kind of
Okay.
You know, a Christian imaginist or some shit. So some
Oh,
dumb.
it's like an apologist.
No, not apologist. He's not apologist.
Wow.
Not that either. Oh, God damn it! I forgot what he said he is. But guy claims to be an African. He
Ah.
claims he is an African, right? And claims that the Europeans, which they're talking about one now, the vocab Malone, is saying that him and his descendants, well, not necessarily him, but his descendants, right, put African people into slavery. So how on earth is it that you love a man that did your people this way? How do you love that? I don't understand. How do you love him? And then listen to what he says. Listen to what he says that he would do. This is what he said he would do to black. I don't know if it's on this clip, but I'll tell you if it's not. But hold on one second.
I like him, but that don't mean I feel like we should critique my people.
Now, I know where you're coming from.
You know, so
But this is where I disagree. I love when Vocab Malone beats up these black Hebrew Israelites, bro. I love it. I clap. I celebrate. I don't. You know why? Because they not your people, bro. I can't do it. They not your people, and they lying. And the truth is, Vocab Malone is telling the truth.
I can't do
Because
it.
they.
He's telling the truth. The European that put Africans in slavery, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Good night. Now, you know this nut has been in every religion now.
Right.
And you see why he's the way he is. He has been in every single religion. I don't think there's a religion that he has not been in. He's been in damn near all of them.
They are Christians. They trying to twist what the shit says and turn it into some black made up shit and then say they not African.
It's not black and made up. The Bible is black as it get.
Right.
You understand? I don't know what he don't see. I have yet to see some white in here. Other than the page is written on. That's about it. That's all the white that's in the book. But listen to him.
Why would you be mad at Vocab Malone for beating that shit up?
The same.
Concept that
But see,
varies
he
depending
turned
on
around, he
circumstances.
trying to hit
Uh-huh.
because we saying that we're not Africans. I've
Ages
never
of
heard
28
Vocab say that we are Africans. You understand? I've never heard him say that. Or like he's trying to tell us our nationality. We're saying we're Israelites. He said, no, you're not. You're you're African. I hadn't heard him say that. You know, but his teachings is off all the way. Okay, Vocab Malone's, and this guy's his is off too. This brother is extremely off. He suffers from Christianity, that virus, and he needs that vaccination, which is the truth. And that's he's scared to come in here. He heard him. We said, "Man, why you mad at Vocab Malone for beating that shit up?" Because both of them on this panel right now, this discussion, believe they're Africans. So he's saying, "Why you mad at Vocab for saying that, because they don't believe they Africans.
Right.
They don't believe they us. So why you mad?" So he's saying like, "Hey, whatever, let's keep going."
And I'm mad at him if he attacked what you believe.
No, see, you too black right there.
I think you
too
did
black.
He told the brother he too black right there. And if you go back, I think this is for the end on this clip. But he turned around and told him that he was making, he wants to make a vaccination. I mean, not a vaccination, a pill. He wants to make a pill to turn around a disease to kill all Israelites. That's what he said. This is what Nimrod, Lex Vortex, that's what he said out of his own mouth. That he wants to make a disease that'll kill all of us Israelites. That's what he said.
No such thing as too
Yes,
black.
it is.
Ain't no
When
such
keeping it black goes wrong.
You see what he told? He told he too black.
Yeah.
He too black. Now you know he's celebrating the 4th of July. He's
Oh, kinda,
celebrating
kinda.
Independence Day.
Kind.
He ain't that black. You understand? He's celebrating.
Vocab Malone really helps us, bro.
Explain.
Because we got brothers claiming they not hating Africans, using the Bible, lying, and then we got a person, a white person, telling them the truth. and they don't want to accept it. So they're following a false doctrine that goes against us. I'm not, like I'm saying, I wouldn't get with vocab alone and jump one of my brothers in real life or something.
Yes, you would.
But ideology,
Right.
Yes, you would.
beat them niggas. Where I was coming from.
you beat them niggas' ass.
Oh, yeah.
You hear what?
God.
Now you can't tell me
Well,
that's not Christianity at its finest.
Right.
He claims to not be a Christian. He's a Christian something else. He's a Christian something else. But to turn around and you siding with your oppressor,
God.
you would actually turn around, take the whip, and help the master beat the other slaves. You would. He would do it.
God.
He said on another video, on this second clip, it's not in here, but on this second interview, well, actually that was the first one. That was the second one. The first one that he jumped in on, he told Vocab Malone, "I want to join you." He said, "I love what you're doing, and I want to join you."
Okay.
And Vocab Malone, he had to straighten one of my ideas out. I thought that he came to them. I thought that he turned around and saw them doing what they were doing and said, "You know what? I could join them this way." And he said, no. He said, "I actually did not. They reached out to me." The slaves had no choice but to reach out to their master for help.
God.
The same way that slave, Nimrod, Lex Vortex, that did in that interview when he said, "I want to join you." Yeah, go ahead.
That's a lucky. That right there just makes perfect sense, and that cuts your whole. See that cuts your entire movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what you're telling me is, when you could not get your point across, and everything you were saying was getting shut down, you had to go bring in the oppressor. You had to go get Massa to come help you. What we're talking about when we deal amongst our own people and we deal with each other. So you saying you can't even deal with your own people unless you got an oppressor in there to officiate.
Yeah.
And you wonder why we call them Christians. Like, that's how the Christian church started. It had to have the oppressor sitting in the church, making sure that they knew they were saying the right things, that that Massa's message wasn't stepped on, and you wasn't bringing no trouble to Massa. So they had to have one of them oppressors in there with our church. It's the same thing, the same spirit of these people today. Now they gotta have him in there. He not forcing himself in. He didn't build this up himself. No, y'all built it up and then had to go get him to be the head of it. And that's even worse. Like, that's sick.
God, absolutely. You know, and this is why slaves are celebrating the 4th of July.
Kind of go.
Because their oppressor is everything to them. The white man is everything. He said, "I clap. I just love it." When he beats up on them Hebrews. You know what he said finally after? He said, "Beat them niggas' ass." But then he gonna say, "Oh, well, I wouldn't actually help him fight again." You're helping him fight against your own people.
Okay.
Like, what kind of sense did that make?
If I can remember, but okay, based on what you just said to the last question,
And here's another
I
Christian.
agree with that, and I also disagree. I feel like a lot of these brothers feel that way because you be beating up on them.
All right, Black Jesus Minister. Let's hear.
Greetings to everybody. This is your boy, Black Jesus Minister, balling and crawling, swinging and banging all the way from Kick Your Ass, Houston, Texas. Greetings to all the Christians. Greetings to all the Israelite Christians. Greetings to all the Muslim Christians. Greetings to all.
Look at it, you see it tickled the oppressor's fancy, made him laugh, made him smile.
So
You understand? For him to tell him, I don't even like white people. I love white people. Hold on, let's finish it, then you can go. One second, it's almost over. Look at that big old smile on the devil's face. Make him happy to know his slaves is in order. And in line.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, whether they black, white, Russian, European, African, whatever, bro. It is what it is.
Good night, man. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Salakia. So his proof that he wasn't a coon because we said he liked white people was that he loved white people.
I love white people. And did you hear it?
That's the proof that he not a coon.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Just that the nastiness in it.
God.
I
God on the God.
love white people.
God on the God.
I mean, he really wished that he could jump into bed with that man. You can hear it all in his voice. He would jump straight into bed with him. Good night. You turn around and you don't just like white people, you love them. When these people are the reason why you are a Christian. They're the reason why. And it wasn't by love, right? Love did not make you a Christian. Love did not, sit you down next to the oppressor and you grab a book and he grabbed the book and you both read together and he broke it down and gave you an understanding that you never had. Oh no, you was forced to be a Christian. You had one or two choices.
Welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother,
or you was
Bianchi
going to lay down.
Muntu Nefera Moon Ra.
Those was your only
We are
option.
back with another powerful show.
You understand? You had one or two choices you was going to make.
The master
and
of
sad
the
to say,
dark
a lot of our
side.
people went on laid.
But before we get into our brother and who he is and what he represents, let me do.
Getting down, you should have just decided on laying down.
Welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother, Bianchi Muntu Nefera Moon Ra.
Even when you talk about
back with another powerful show.
They say, well, none of us would even be here. Hey, it'd be better that way.
The dark side.
It'd be better that way. Then
before we get into our brother,
murder,
and who he is and what he represents, let me do my usual spiel. Let me say hotel to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. Let me say God bless to my Christian brothers and sisters. Let me say shalom to my Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. Let me say Islam to my Moorish brothers and sisters. Let me say assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters in the NOI.
We was rolling back then. We was always doing
to my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth.
On that movie Rosewood,
and let me say jumbo
anytime I mention this,
to the rest of my brothers and sisters throughout the African diaspora, be it here
is when that devil was hit when they all was together and they was like,
as y'all know, I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because it's black.
I ain't got a piano.
And I hope you with me.
And those devils saw those beautiful little sisters.
We can have unity without
uniformity, nice,
and we can disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable.
You know what I'm saying? Bell bottoms.
So with that said, my brother, please introduce yourself to the Paradigm Shift TV.
They was looking good. All of them riding their bikes. And here go a bunch of
peace. What's going on? Everyone know I'm Nimrod, aka Lex Vortex, the double master teacher of this day and time, the one the universe and the ancestors have sent
to
destroy the Abrahamic faith and rebuild the Tower of Babel. Here to remind you that you are none of the labels that have been put on you, but you are infinite awareness, having the human experience, power to the dark side, death to the Abrahamic religions, one nation, one people.
You already
That's
in
what
now.
it is.
To the
Ain't no
dark
point of murder
side.
you no
so
more.
now, I
You
gotta
chose
ask
to
you,
get down.
how?
So
Because
now
I can't
everyone
remember.
after is
I've been,
So
seeing you
murder
here and there
They
for
just
a
do
while.
like Joe Osteen.
Before I even thought about
goofy,
doing my own YouTube
fake ass
thing, I
smile
was
of
a
his.
fan of brothers and sisters.
Every
on
day when he
YouTube.
preach,
How long have you been? When did you come up with the
sidebar real
dark
quick.
side?
One of the brothers I was
And
talking
how
to
long
here is a security
have you been
guard
following that mantra?
downtown.
Because if I'm not mistaken, when I originally
and the
saw
brother
you,
seen me, saw me, saw my.
let me say shalom to my
jacket. He saw the friend,
the one the
saw
universe and the
he saw you,
ancestors have
PK,
sent
right?
to destroy the Abrahamic faith and rebuild the Tower of Babel. Here to remind you that you are none of the labels that have been put on you, but you are infinite awareness, having the human experience, power to the dark side.
A story of when Joel Osteen, he just so happened to be watching Joel. He said, "Man, I love Joel Osteen, man." He turned around and said, "You know what? Joel Osteen had came up with a sermon about monkeys and bananas. He turned around and he said, it's like you're the monkey and the bananas at the top of you got to climb the tree to get. I was like, dude, the man just called you a monkey. Like, and you think that that's a good sermon. I was like, oh my God. But that's Christianity, man. To take the very, oh my God, just everything that they say. Everything that they say in the Christian church, it's all lies and magic. And then now they're calling you monkeys. Now they're turning around and you got this guy like Vocab Malone that is going up against other Israelites, other black people. And I had said in that same interview that he was doing to him where everyone else had fell in love, I said in that interview, I don't care if, because the second brother that was talking, his name is Nobody. He calls himself Nobody. And I said, I don't care because he is a Christian. I don't care because Nimrod is a Christian, whatever he claims he is. I don't care because any brother, everybody on the panel was not in the truth. They all were in some type of different religion. And I said, I don't care that any of you brothers is on this line, you understand, in this interview, in this discussion, is in a different religion. I would never join my oppressors to go against my brothers. I would never join white people to fight against my own people. I can turn around and I can handle my brothers by myself. I can handle our sisters by ourselves. And what I'm saying by myself, meaning like I don't need the oppressor's help. Because I'm not in no way, shape, form, or fashion doing anything by myself. We are one in ISUPK. So I would never join them to come up against Christians, the nobody, the pastor nobody, the pastor Nimrod, the pastor of whatever Christian church, T.D. Jakes or anybody else for that matter. I would never use the oppressor to get at my people, and that's just bitch made. It's simple as that, to turn around and have to go to them. And you do that because you believe that he's the strong arm, that he's the power. You understand? Those Christians don't believe in the Most High. Not at all. And I'm going to get a couple of scriptures before we get out of here to show our people that the Most High hates these holidays that we are celebrating, man. Okay? And it's in the Bible, and we're going to go over it. Because the celebration of today, all of them is evil according to the Lord, right? God hates all holidays. But this one right here, man, is, in my opinion, one of the worst ones. Because as a slave, you should want to be free. You should want to be free. You should no longer want to be oppressed by these people. You should want to be free men and women, but you don't. You do not. Okay? And when you celebrate the independence of another people and you have none for yourself, man, that is just horrible in my opinion. Give me Amos 5, start at 21. That is just ridiculous to turn around and see the white man be so happy for him that now he's free. He's free from the people that was oppressing him. You understand? He said, oh, no, the British is oppressing us. No more taxes. No more. We're not doing anything you guys say because you're oppressing us. Taxes was the worst thing that the white man was going through. And he said, no more tax. You're oppressing me. I am a man. That's what he said. That's what he said to the British. Because of the high taxes. And then what the hell did he do here? Once he took over, right? The taxes is through the goddamn roof.
Right.
He taxing the hell out of everything and everyone. Where can you go and buy anything and don't have to pay tax on? Huh?
Nowhere.
Come on. a damn 25. Well, it went up. A 25-cent pack of bubble gum that went up to 35 cents.
Okay.
And then now it's 40-something cents for the taxes. You know what I'm saying? Then they're paying a dime on tax for a damn pack of gum. You understand? Paying down there a dime on a pack of gum. Like, that is ridiculous. But go ahead and read that out.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
I hate and I despise your feast days. A feast day is simply a celebration. And a day of celebration. And all of the oppressors' days of feast is happening. You're cooking something. You understand? You're baking something. You're having a feast day, and the Lord hates those feasts. What is going on in every ghetto across America right now? You got barbecue grills lit everywhere. You got was them fireworks? Huh? Is that what I'm hearing? Look, I'm thinking I'm hearing fireworks outside. You know, like, damn, they started already. They ready. They celebrate. But your feast day, you know, you cooking for Christmas, you cooking for Thanksgiving, you cooking for Labor Day, you cooking for Memorial Day. You understand? You bring out the grill for the 4th of July. You got a feast day. You cooking something every single holiday. Matter of fact, what's that? New Year's, the food even stands for something, don't it?
Okay.
The greens is for the money. The beans is for the luck, right? The beans is for the luck. What else they got in there? I don't know. I forget something. But they got something else in there, too. You understand? That means something else. That's ridiculous. So then you're going to eat some beans and then turn around and think you're going to have good luck the rest of the year. You're going to have gas. That's what you're going to have eating all them goddamn beans. You understand? That's what you're going to have. You're going to need some damn Pepto-Bismol to help coat your stomach and calm it down. You turn around, you already broke as I don't know what. Play the lotto. You understand? Go get a scratch off, Bob. Get a scratch off, come up with some Powerball numbers or some little lotto or some Mega Millions or something. Damn, not eat no damn green. You know what I mean? I mean, go do something. Go on the boat and take a chance. Hit a machine, hit some dice, do something to take a bigger chance at actually getting some money. If damn. But not eating no damn greens and hoping you get paid. Like, oh, you crazy? But that's Christianity, man. And the Lord said he despises them days. He hates and despises them days. They are absolutely disgusting to the Lord, and they should be disgusting to you too. You celebrating his independence and you don't have none should be disgusting to you. Go ahead, brother.
Ham hocks. That's the other ones. Ham hocks.
Hey, what the ham hocks mean?
I can't remember, but it's Black Eyed Peas, ham hocks, and collard greens.
It means something. I forgot what it means too. But yeah, it means something. We have to look it up. So go ahead, brother. Give me the rest of that scripture. And we'll go get up out of here.
Okay. Fuck it. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Now, while you sitting there thinking that pork chop that you got on the grill smells so good, the Lord ain't smelling that. That's not a sweet savor to him. That's sin. That's what that is. And the Lord hates that. You understand? The Lord hates your Independence Day celebrations, man. No matter how you doing it. If you just wearing the red, white, and blue, if you just barbecuing and calling family over, if you just gonna watch the fireworks show, you understand? To celebrate this day is evil as hell, man. You understand? And only a slave would celebrate Independence Day when he doesn't even have any independence of his own. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and end the show. Shalom, Israel, the water, and thanks to everybody for tuning in, man. I'm gone.